Breaking news, a deadly shooting near the Super Bowl victory parade route in Kansas City, Missouri. Law enforcement officials providing an update moments ago saying one person is dead and at least 10 others injured. The chaos erupting this afternoon at the tail end of the parade where tens of thousands of fans had gathered to celebrate the Chiefs' latest Super Bowl win. Officials saying that the shooting took place near Union Station, near the train station's parking garage. Dramatic video capturing the moments the gunfire erupted. Take a listen. Police swarming the scene just after the shots rang out, witnesses describing the chaotic moments.
All of a sudden, people started crushing forward. Everybody started running. There was screaming. We didn't know what was happening, but this day and age, when people run, you run. And so I put my arms around her, and we tried to push through so people wouldn't run on top of us. And there was a woman crying, saying something about somebody had been shot.
Police saying 2 suspects were detained at the scene. ABC News correspondent Alex Perez live in Kansas City covering the latest. Alex, what do we know at this hour?
Well, Ike, what started as joy and celebration turned to sadness within seconds here. We've seen the images. There were thousands of people in this field behind me here. Those 3 arches right over my shoulder, that's Union Station. There was a stage. There is a stage still there right in front of the building. That's where the players were gathered, and the rally was wrapping up here. And it actually just ended. The players were being escorted from the stage, and that's when the chaos began. We made our way to that area over there. I want to point into the distance there, Ike. You can see that ambulance. We spoke to some of the eyewitnesses who were in that area. That's where we believe the west side of the Union Station building near the parking garage. That's where we believe this shooting altercation of some sort happened. What exactly led to that remains under investigation as we speak. But what we do know right now is that at least 1 person is dead, 10 to 15 are injured, and many, many traumatized who were out here and had to run after all of that happened. Thousands of people celebrating when suddenly they heard gunshots. I spoke to one woman who told me she actually jumped on top of her daughter because she didn't know what exactly was going on, and she was trying to protect her loved one. You can imagine just how frightening and scary this was for people who had been some out here for hours, entire families celebrating and having a good time. Authorities here now trying to figure out what exactly led to this shooting here on the scene. We heard from the police chief here earlier today, just a short time ago actually, and the police chief angry, calling the 2 people that they do have in custody at this point bad actors, and saying that they actually carried out this event, this incident, this shooting right in front of police officers. Ike, the police chief, very upset about that situation. We do know that the city of Kansas City was prepared for this. They had more than 800 or about 800 officers out here to protect the crowd of about 1 million that was expected to turn out. About 800,000 people, they believe now, turned out to celebrate the Chiefs here. But at this point, the investigation continues underway, Ike, and just some moments of chaos and fear for thousands of people here who thought they were having a good time when suddenly shots were fired. Now 1 person is dead, 10 to 15 injured. Ike?
Alex, thank you. You heard Alex say that right there. Moments of fear causing people to scatter, jump over barriers, running for their lives. The scene of pandemonium. We're going to be joined now by Lisa Uhrmacher, who was at the victory celebration when the shooting started. Lisa, what did you see out there?
Yeah, well, I had run down the hill because we wanted to collect some confetti for Christmas ornaments. It's our custom and our tradition. So I was running down the hill and got to the front of the station. I was on the east side. I'm sorry, I was on the east side, and the shooting was on the west side. And all of a sudden, the police were just yelling, "Run, run, go, run!" And so we started to run. They had their guns drawn, and people. There were children and people with strollers, and everyone was sort of not understanding what was going on. We knew that they were trying to get the station cleared early so that downtown could accommodate people for Valentine's Day. But then there was this incredible panic, and I just ran.
You know, Lisa, I got to say, being a Kansas City fan as yourself, obviously, I'm sure you're getting used to going to events like this, being their recent success. Is this something you ever thought could happen, coming to a victory parade from a Super Bowl?
No, I mean, Kansas City is such an amazing city, and we rally behind our sports heroes, and they're all such great guys, and everyone just feels that they're part of our community, and it feels to be such a celebration, and Chiefs fans just get together, and it's such a thing to rally around in the community, and so everyone was just so excited that we'd won our third Super Bowl in this era, and then just to have this happen is just, you just don't believe it's going to happen in your community when you're there celebrating such an amazing accomplishment.
Now, you said it yourself there, the moment turned chaotic rather quickly. Outside of yourself, just looking at the scene around you, what were other people like during those chaotic moments?
There were people who were not sort of responding at all, who were just like going about their business. And then there were other people who were clearly very panicked. And so it was just, but the police were amazing. They obviously had their weapons drawn. So, and they were just yelling and yelling and yelling at people to clear the scene. There was a lot of officers, a lot of law enforcement. There was a police woman who was quite amazing, and she just kept telling people just to go.
You know, law enforcement said that they had over 800 officers dispersed throughout this entire event. I'm sure when you were there, you saw several of them. When the chaos happened, when those shots began to ring out, what were the officers' temperament? What was their posture? What were their posture like? Were they frantic? Were they trying to search for victims? Were they looking for shooters? What did you see from the officers?
Yeah, I was on the other side of Union Station, so I didn't even know there had been a shooting, to be honest, until a little bit after the event. But the officers were just very concerned with the crowd. The ones I saw on the west side were very much clear the area, get out, get down, just very concerned, I think, for the public. And facing and toward the public and trying to get everyone out of the area and get everyone to safety.
And I just have to ask you, just coming out of this right now, talking to me, how do you feel? What's your temperament right now?
And I'm just really devastated because I hear about these things and I see these things in other places. And to think that this happened right here in our community, meters from or yards from where we were, it just feels it feels frustratingly just that there's not a safe place now, you know?
In an area with over 400 million guns proliferating here in America, it's a sentiment shared by several people. Lisa Uhrmacher, thank you very much for sharing this moment with us. Stay safe.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.